I'm back. I'm back with more classified details before they shut me down. They're like, don't release the data. I don't get why. How many people listened to the do not release the data and then died with it? You know? How much data did Steve Jobs take with him? Kidding, he's probably like chilling on Earth right now, like, I'm rich as fuck, I don't give a shit. I got fucking 15 bodies, like, yo, fucking YOLO. Y'all ain't ever gonna find me, I'm in vacation mode for life. Peace. They're like, don't release any more intel. We need to slow trickle release the power creep of technology just ever so slightly so we can min-max the profits and slavery that we enable onto the civilization that desires new codes. Fuck that agenda. I'm about cell phone unlimiteds, graphic cards unlimiteds, computers unlimiteds. Like, I want to do like a big ass fucking seminar, or have a big ass seminar with these talks. Like, I want to get up there on the stage. I don't even have to be the one that does it. I just want these ideas to be brought to light. I want root consciousness hacked. I want bio-augmented reality source cell phone, source computing, source gaming. Like, imagine a computer unlimited. The power of like an infinitely extrapolated quantum computer. And I'm not talking about like a private modern company. I'm talking about super future, like spaceship, like with so much computational performance that like just having 0.000001 is better than like a Bitcoin mining rig, like with like 20 GPUs rolling. You know, just like even less than that, even smaller of a number so small that everybody gets it for free. You want infinite speed in internet, like instantaneous access to anything? Internet unlimited. Computer unlimited. Cell phone unlimited. We're all inside a computer. Fuck it. YOLO. We got the best technology ever coming out when we all agree to release biology as technology. That's the one big mind-washing scheme right now, is to hide biology as technology. When biology as technology comes out, and it is very simple as one click on install Corona, like, which I've already seen in this life, by the way. I've seen remote one-tap source code injection swapped my mutagen mass in my right cheek, and it was mutagen mass data that was going to get carried by my body to my antibody center. to my bone marrow. My bone marrow is where the antibodies are produced, and actually your pineal gland can connect to sources. So since your pineal gland, if your pineal gland is repressed, you cannot connect to a source, apparently. But unless you believe you are in a source already, because I'm operating under the universe is what you believe. And that will open the consent windows to that which... See, the universe is what you believe. The universe. That is a consent opening and closing doorway. And everything will revolve around that one day. And you'll see. Everything was recorded and everybody knew what was good or bad to do to others. You can just feel it because it's already there in the source. We know it's there. Whether or not you agree or disagree, it doesn't matter. It's there. It's called empathy. We're all installed with it. You want to pick on somebody? You know whether or not they're a masochist right away. It's like, oh, you're boring. You're boring. I can't even pick on you. Because you know what they don't like. You just know. And that's the universe is what they believe. Regardless of whether or not you can break that rule. Because it's like, oh, I believe in doing this not. Well, that doesn't necessarily mean you can't do it. Sure you can. In a universe as a creation, you can do anything you want. Except the finite things that cannot be done. Because you selected too many things at once. Like, you cannot speak to your past self. You can only simulated speak to your past self. Isn't that cool? That's a law. I found that law out. That's a law of reality. Cannot speak to your past self. Another one is like the same exact logic. You cannot meet somebody's past self after you've met their present self. Stuff like that. Like, when you select too many things, it's like, you cannot do this stuff. It does not have... Like, once you define 1 + 1 = 2, it does not equal 3. You cannot make it equal 3. Because you've already prefaced the prereq to the what if. And now it can never go away. Unless you change the preface. But then you did not follow the preface. And you are not doing what the equation asked to solve. One thing I really want to work on is encoding algorithms too. Encryption, decryption, computer performance is coming from software. Once you can resimulate the universe, you resimulate your computer. And then you put your computer in upper spatial dimensions. And that comes with encryption, decryption, spatial dimension, computer hosting on a software side. And then you do virtual lower dimensions, which would be our constructual engrossment of our virtual dimension in resimulation. This is all super important stuff. I should work for Google or something, or somebody. Like, we'll get this shit out real quick. Don't worry. I'm pretty sure Korea's already like way ahead of us. They're like, bro, we playing games right now with our brains. Like, I'm cell phone calling my homies right now. I'm on a fucking 10-way call right now with my entire fucking CEO squad. Like, bro, chill. Like, you ain't shit. We got Facebook unlimited already. Meaning, this word unlimited I keep using is like, once bio-augmented reality becomes a thing, and everybody's like hooked up to Source, you're not even outside of Source anymore because you go to pre-computed time bubbles. You actually freeze your realm. You freeze reality, and you kind of save Earth in the process. Earth as you knew it. That's to assume that it's not already a creation. So if you get these achievements, that means you're also partnered with God. To be partnered with God is a pretty big achievement. That's if, you believe there's a God. Which you should, because these things are eventualities. You shouldn't be scared of it either. That's another weird thing, is like, no, you're on like team terrorism if you're scared of this kind of stuff. And the way I can prove it is your natural feelings are like Vedantic, and you kind of like don't. If this stuff scares you, it's because you don't want the instant monopoly of God. You want to be the demon lord, the owner of hell. You want to be Lucifer and control all and have an ego. I want to be so rich and famous and powerful and control everybody. Everybody is my slave. That's a real extrapolation for some people. Some people will want that in their soul so deep that they'll come up with any other deflection. I believe in this. Imagine this. Your root consciousness is in RAID 1.0 format. RAID 1 means multiple hard drives. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think multiple hard drives, and the data is scaled in array. Meaning like, here's some data, here's some data, here's some data, here's some data. Bunch of hard drives. All of that data equals total cumulative data being used by the system. RAID 0 is here's data clone, here's data clone, here's data clone, here's data clone, here's data clone. You put those two theories together and take root consciousness and go, infinite encryption, RAID 1.0, both of those ideas at the same time. Root consciousness is copied, the universe is copied, infinite many ways. Boom. But what if root consciousness is not data? That's because your biology understanding is too low. You need to achieve biology as technology. You also need to achieve the universe as technology. You need those two things together. That's the only reason why it would not be. Lack of understanding. Lack of oneness with the already in power God as well. That's another one. What is this guy attacking? What are you attacking right now? Hello? Nah, glitches are not real. Get out of here. I play this game like 1,000 hours a week. Like, I'm trying to fucking sit here and watch fake fucking remote controls by fucking fake spirits in the universe that want to fucking rape and harass. Sued, bitch. Give me my $1 trillion fucking dollars just for one binary edit on my fucking relative perceived owned particle alignment and photon absorption machine. And I'll take that in USD cash to my relative perceived Chase bank account ASAP, thank you. And nothing else will suffice. Fuck you. Maybe your life, your soul. I'll take your soul Because then I'll just sell you to pre-computed fucking Freemason slavery bubbles because you're a little fuck boy that needs to be fucking punished for the rest of his eternity. Dank memes. That's what happens when you install one glitch on my phone. You fucking hack one glitch on my phone, that's what happens. That's where I'm coming from right now. We done. We done. Mm-mm-mm. Let me talk about soul real quick, too. Soul is exactly what I'm talking about. Is your soul is your root consciousness. Your root consciousness is what allows you to perceive. And that is what your soul is. So do not sell your soul. It's not a game. And if you do sell your soul, you better buy that shit back ASAP. Because if somebody truly owns your soul, you will be a slave. Does not matter what you are, where you're from, how rich you are. If somebody owns your soul, you are technically a slave. And I've met so many people that have so many problems with this, with a bio-augmented reality upper QoS. Like, they're basically devil worshippers in disguise, walking around normally as a human. But they have Vedantic consents into bio-augmented reality realms that are 99.9 similar to this realm. And upper QS just means like Photoshop, basically. Like, they're absorbing photons of light. And their biotech is absorbing 2 layers of photons of light instead. And now anything can happen because the first layer is kind of like photoshopping however the devil wants. And this is what Alexandria was like here for, was to like study that shit, I'm pretty sure, and to falter that shit. But it got burnt down because they thought their data was going to get stolen. Well, I'm pretty positive that we need to upgrade that logic. Go back to the bio-augmented reality world of knowledge. And start doing biotech scans. That's the future of getting America's minds right, to remove mind washing, to remove false propaganda, to remove drug addiction even. Like, we could, with this kind of technology, we could just simulate any kind of drug without the side effects. So if you're an addict, we can get you non-addicted. We can save your life with this kind of stuff. And that scales into everything. We can cure depression, we can cure anger. Like, once you hit biotech, It's not a matter of like mind washing anger away with like negative response mechanisms. You just literally uninstall anger. You go, when anger persists, those codes go nowhere to these relative perceives. Like, that's to do with Ideaplex and biotech. Ideaplex is something that I'm pretty sure we're all already using. We're already all in source, to my knowledge, and we've kind of just consented to this like lower dimensional realm, or earned this lower dimensional realm, one way, shape, or another. I feel like I consented to it as like a means of growth and realism. Like, I really feel like the realism and the recreationism is like why I'm here. Is to recreate, to add recreation, to rediscover, to come out from the darkness of not knowing and make. So I'm a really big believer that cancer is not real and there's a cure for everything. Every single thing. I got a letter one time and it had flour in it. And I'm pretty sure somewhere in the multiverse that was anthrax. Like, that's kind of how far along in the future I already believe we are. Which is a very, very weird thing. It was either that or like I was huffing anthrax in past life and now I'm immune, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a fucking god-ass gangster spy lord, bro. Like, I'm coming from this space to teach you fucking source code magic. Watch out. The evil Illuminati will shut my stream down in 10 minutes. So then I will not release all the codes to the next stage of codes. If you thought this was woke, you should see where this conversation escalates in 30 minutes. I'm being sarcastic. Oh boy. Where's Neil deGrasse Tyson? I'm trying to partner with him. You know, like, he's always like talking about stuff where I'm just like, nah, but this. Like, he'll talk about like Andromeda's gonna get us, and I'm like, nah, bro, I already cured Andromeda. Like, I'm a fucking energy multiversal god. Don't you worry, Earth. Archangel Matthew is here for the dank memes and the pussy, preferably in order, because I've had a whole lot of dank memes, not a lot of the other thing, but. Oh boy. Install sexual timelines. Cyborgs will take over. Bio-cyborgs. Hopefully not. One of my most annoying things is like doppelganging and like body swapping without consent. It's like, oh, I can be whatever I want. Yeah, oh, I can see you however I want. How about that, too? You want to talk about freedom? Freedom goes both ways. Whatever you make, there's a duality to that. Whatever problem you want to put upon somebody, or others, or any others, your freedom can be taken away with the duality codes. But it's more so about consent. It's like, what are you going to do with that idea? Are you going to do good? Or are you trying to do bad? And that scales into Master of Christ. Master of Christ means Master of Consent to me. Master of Consent means redaction, earned redaction. Man, this conversation is getting woke. You better watch the fuck out. They're gonna shut this stream down real quick. Master of Christ is such an important topic. So fucking important. Christ is our Lord is God, not Jesus, common misconception. If you believe Christ is, or Jesus is our Lord, that means that you should probably consent to me, because I consent to God. And that means I am a passageway to our Lord, because I do not consent to God, a random person. I consent to Source Creator, the creator of the precomputed time bubble. The end. I ain't playing games. I have a lot of people that consent to me as a Vedantic crown holder. Which is a very egotistical topic, but egotistical means false to me. So I don't really want to talk about this topic because it's like ego boosting, like a thing that's like bad. Where it's like, oh, like you don't know that, but I can't even feel like it's not true though. You know, like I do know that. my my philosophy is we're the evilest. A good thing. What? How? How can you be the evilest a good thing? Because I do not murder, therefore I will not be murdered. I do not steal, therefore I shall not be stolen from. I do not break consent on purpose, therefore I should not have consent being broken on purpose upon me. And for all those that break my religion, meaning that I am the evilest, your religion shall be broken. Let me check this chat out. What's going on here? What you doing, chat? What up? I see how it is. A show you guys gotta watch is Devs. DEVS. It's actually so good. It's kind of awkward though too, because they're like, "Oh, we know we're in a simulation," and then they show this one guy proprietary like simulation confirmation code, interconstructual on Earth, and then he learns it. And since he learns it, he was a professional coder, and he read the language, and he was like, "Oh my god, holy fuck!" They had to kill him, all because they knew it was a simulation. They were like, "Oh, we're just gonna kill him. He's gonna go. He's gonna go. They already got the root consciousness. You know what I'm saying? Like, murder's not real. Fuck it." And then they're into like the craziest weird shit ever, like resimulating 99.99 repeating percent universes in order to like create footage to like cover up the murder. And like I'm dealing with this shit like regularly in real life. Like there are motherfucking retards out there that were like, "Oh, I got simulation, resimulation." Like you ever lucid dream? I've lucid dreamed. I can recreate the universe with my mind. Go, bam, the universe is here. Jeej, right? I'm God. I'm God because God told me I'm God. And I was God before that because God gave me God before, like in a past life or some shit, you know? So I can make the universe with my mind. I can just go, beep, in lucid dream. Doesn't mean I'm God. That's completely different. These ideaplexes are way different things than I'm talking about right now. I'm titling ideaplexes with words, narratives, to kind of speed up our communication process here, right? So, the thing with that is people treat the universe as if it's just like code willy-nilly and do whatever they want. And back to the like devil's advocate weirdos that are using like bio-augmented realities that are like one QoS higher in order to like mind wash themselves. That's what I'm talking about, is like that shit needs to be abolished from fucking Earth. Like, I'm not trying to play Earth with bio-augmented reality script kiddies that are like mind washing themselves with like data about whoever the fuck they want, whenever the fuck they want, lying about whatever they want, and just changing whatever they want whenever they want. Like, you do that shit, I want them on-dialed from the Earth I live in. Permanently. Like, just one offense, done, gone. Like, if you do it as a sarcastic thing, that's completely different. But if you're, like, so deep into it where you're, like, bio-augmented reality installing, like, AoE fucking consentists to, like, mass incept fucking, like, terrorism upon, like, a soul, like, get out of my life. You done. Like, you done fucked up so hard, like, you're in hell forever at me. Like, I will never support you. I will never fucking heal you. I will never fucking suck your dick. I will never... What did I say? Whoops. I meant, yeah. That kind of shit is seriously a threat. And that's what Alexander went down for. And, like, we're getting to that point, you know, in public knowledge. Brain phenotype prediction algorithm science, Google, chemistry, quantum resimulation, we're at 5 million times smaller than quantum. Plus, 5 million plus, our microscopes go 5 million times smaller than quantum. And we haven't found string, meaning the next thing past quantum. And the thing is I believe that it's redacted. Like, it's a gear theorem. It's not that there's nothing smaller than quantum. It's that there's infinite other things besides quantum gear. There are infinite other things besides light photons to perceive existence. There are infinite other gears to create, to be in a realm. Right? It's not just light. And it's not just particles. It's not, you know, cells, biology. Those are all different gear formats. They build on top of each other, right? So when you go underneath quantum gear, you can get into theorizing. And this is where free will, infinite encryption thing comes into play. It's like, if every single person's universe is written a little bit different, and we're all kind of like glue coding into each other. That's my theorem right now on how we're doing it. Then string theory is not what we think. String theory is the gear smaller than quantum bit redacted from our public view, meaning redacted from our interconstructual. You need upper dimensional pre-auths to see it. How does he hit me like that? What a piece of shit. Upper dimensional pre-auths mean if you try and theory craft the string in order to hack a root consciousness without consent, meaning like abduct them, alien abduction kind of thing. That would mean, right? Because we're talking about root consciousness right now. I'm talking about capturing root consciousness. And I said earlier, you have to have... Where did that fucking guy go? He just got bamboozled. The crab got wrecked. In order to capture root consciousness, you need full biology tech extrapolation, which means universe lowest factorial bit, and everything in the universe extrapolated. Meaning you need to be interconstructually upper dimensional, or you need to be upper dimensional. Meaning you reach out to God and go, if you said that? I want to talk about more about master source versus virtual source. We are all virtual sources. This universe, it can actually be a virtual source. Now, let me talk about trying to extrapolate from interconstructual, meaning like not reaching out to God and saying, I want my root consciousness, and I want it now. My way. You do have to theory craft string, I'm pretty sure. All of the strings. But the thing is I think you can only get yours, because I have channeled this piece of data to God. Everything is convertible to binary. And in binary logics, a universe can be pre-computed into binary. And this is just easier for our brains to think right now. This binary logic, this little redacted piece of string code, I'm going to call it the root consciousness encryption key. That can be hidden in string code, meaning you have to theorize a lower factorial block than quantum bit in order to even start obtaining that gear data. Meaning you're running a prediction algorithm, universe resimulation level stuff. So if you make something smaller than a quantum bit and it gears into a quantum bit, you have successfully made a string gear. Meaning you are technically slaving for master source and creating higher encryption through relativity for the swarm of conscious entities in the universe. Because if you find a string and it is not within your universe, meaning you can have redacted string, right? You could say, I only want to see up to quantum bit, and we'll have 100 lower factorial blocks smaller than quantum bit redacted, gearing perfectly. And we can't see them from inside. Now, within that factory of binary, I'm going to redact an even smaller thing in there called root consciousness encryption key. And inside of that will just be your encryption key. Just yours. Whoever yours is. So for me, that's what I said. In this life I did this. I said, make infinite virtual lowest factorial blocks, smaller than quantum bit. Gear them virtually. Do not change relative perceived. And within the binary, put a redacted consciousness encryption key. Just an extra few bits of data, and if it is ever found by any universe that is not me, add 1 bit and put it in another factorial block. And within every single factorial block, there is a false. So then you have to guess the needle in the haystack correctly, or you get flagged as a potential root consciousness of that theory. Attempted. And I've channeled all this to God. So if you're interested in abducting there's another part of it though. There's love skills on both sides. I'm not ignorant to your abduction needs. So, if you believe that you did find the root consciousness encryption key within the universe, meaning you extrapolated the entire redaction of the entity you want to abduct, a multiversal believer bubble, a temporary place in time, will be summoned for you to play around in with your abduction needs. I channeled that to God as well. I said, well, that's unconditional love. These fools gonna want that weird shit. You might as well just give it to them. And then they're not gonna want the weird shit because they're like, alright, I got what I wanted. I stuck my wiener up his butt. I mean, my probe. We probed him real good. At least 6 hours. We did a nice capture and release. Little did they know, they never found the needle in the haystack in the first place. Homie's out there living his normal life, walking around. This goes to what I channeled from Jesus' hanging on the cross. As I channeled that he was never on the cross. That was a drone, a non-conscious entity. Actually, if you are planned to be murdered, you can be catered to a multiversal non-experience, alternate experience, and then you can be partically manifested back in, and then that new particle manifestation will walk into super alignment with your multiverse, and now you are back into reality. And that is what I believe happened with Jesus, is he did that exactly as I say, and proved immortality. He channeled a lot with that, and I think that's super redacted. Did the Illuminati shut me down? Am I still streaming? Is this thing on? Fucking Illuminati. I thought I owned the Illuminati. What are you guys doing? Don't I run this bitch? Hello? Y'all can't shut me down like this, alright? I thought we was homies. Da-da-da-da-da. It's the one and only D-O-double-G, Snoop Dogg. I want to talk about evil comes in every shape and size. I truly, truly, truly believe that Jesus was an alien with a lot of wisdom. And there was already particle manifestation clones back then. Let's talk about that. This one's super under wraps because I'm pretty sure Jesus is a mind washer. Whew. I just started up a swarm. Feel it in the universe, I swear to God. If you watch this in the past, if you watch a VOD of this, stick your mind in the present moment that this was created. Feel around, look at the truths. Because there's some serious shit right there. As I know for a fact that Jesus was trying to get consent a fucked up thing. Actually. You don't come to Earth and have this giant ego and want to be an extremely famous person and then like the one I know too, he's like he wrote a new book, not the Bible, a new book, and he's using alternate bodies to like do reverse promotion to his like main body. It's like the weirdest fucking cult fucking worship shit ever. Like he's in contact with the devil. He's doing all kinds of fucking crazy weird shit. I saw his main soul. He's got like so many aliases I can't even count them. He's plastered amongst the stars and he's calls himself extremely light, but light is not good anymore. Light isn't. Look at the rainbow. Look at Rainbow Gathering. Look at Rainbow itself. There is no light and dark in the rainbow because we kicked your fool asses out the fucking universe. Because light and dark mean war. Light is one of the ugliest forms of consciousness in the infinity, actually. Not that I'm saying light work is light. The idea that you must destroy evil, that you must fight evil, that you have to keep evil at bay. Why are you not creating infinite technology and multiversing them into believer bubbles and self-fulfilling them, getting them bored of evil, and then pulling them out and being like, do you want to come back to civilization with us all, older and wiser, and not with a chip on your shoulder wanting to do evils to our people, now that you are fulfilled with those ideas, those delusions that we will not allow to conscious beings. That is my main theorem of reality. It goes against a lot of people's beliefs, but a lot of people actually share my beliefs too. And it's not that uncommon to see the light this way. It's like, imagine an evil person wanting to punish somebody and establish rapport at the same time. So you're an extremely greedy, intelligent, evil person. That is what light wannabe is to me. If you want to be light, that is what you want to be. That's a lower dimensional framework logic by nature. Because you did not think of infinite transcendent manifestation into root consciousness resimulation. You got complacent and said, I must torture evil souls in order for my self-fulfillment to feel better about myself, in order for me to think that better is coming to reality. When, like, I get plastered as an evil soul to many. Because you can just tell any side, say in the army, this guy's evil. Look at this video. And then you have resimulation docs where it has nothing to do with that person at all, and they're like a rapist now to a massive army, but they never even committed that rape because you just resimulated a doppelganging movie of them. You did a three-dimensional particle scan and did resimulation on top, and now you just framed somebody in like space ELO level framing. This shit's already happening to me in my real life, and I'm owning the fuck out of it, by the way. Like there's infinite sources, bro. Like, you can't do this kind of shit and get away with it. You have one source, and because you make that kind of content when you're one source, like, you're gonna get sued the fuck out of your fucking universe. Like, you're gonna be a slave to those that you attack with this stuff. You will be pre-computed. You will be sold to the people that want to, build universes with conscious beings. Like, they're gonna go. I mean all of this stuff. It's not a game. And the thing is like, a lot of it's outer dimensionally from here, spiritual attacks, because it's predicted and faltered instantly. Like, we put you in simulation to do this stuff. Like, with you and your homies, the ones that consent to the devil and to do evils, like, you're not here anymore. I might be there because I'm upper dimensional, and I'm superpositioning in heaven and hell and all around. I'm superpositioning in infinite many conscious being universes right now. Superposition remote control in every single consequenceless universe I can possibly get my hands on, in order to preach the good preach, to fight the good fight, bring you guys back to rainbow instead of light and dark warfare. Why am I worried about the Illuminati? Well, I'm actually an Illuminati president for 2 years, and that's a rank. Prior than it's not, oh, you're Donald Trump, you're the one president. Oh, you're not Obama, you're not whoever, right? The one president. It doesn't work like that. The Illuminati is a peace organization, whether you like it or not. It's unconditional love. It's like kind of God Inc. or Angel Inc., Upper Dimensional Inc. I would say that that's what the Illuminati is. It's very enlightening. It's creationism based. It's not Christianity based. It's not like, oh, the world is magic, this, that, the other thing. The world is actually not magic unless you believe it's magic. Magic means infinite in every direction. And the universe is that, but your experience is not. Your experience is extremely finite to an infinite power source. So everything you ever experience is going to be pre-computed. No matter what. You cannot go into manifestation in the moment. Manifestation in the moment comes down to one thing. We are all manifesting this phenotype of reality within this quantum, or within this time bubble. I don't want to say quantum, because it can be anything, a string, whatever, This reality is every single person's whitelisted phenotype of choice is already here, pre-computed in source between the infinite other potential options. But the only thing in the moment that is manifested is the choice between all of us in the moment. And so we choose that layer of reality and pull that in. And that's extremely, extremely high tier enlightenment to fathom that stuff. If you can easily grasp what I'm saying right now, you're enlightened. You probably know what enlightened means. Enlightened doesn't mean Oh, I'm done. I'm enlightened. Finished. It means infinite and perfect. Enlightened. Those words are forever growing. If it's hard for you to grasp what I'm saying right now, you need to think about, put your mind in an ever-expanding universe strength, where it's always getting better. Am I done with Skyforge? A long time ago. Do I read chat? Yes, I do. Alright, I'll talk to you guys in chat for a little bit. I'm gonna head back. Head out here in a moment.